What are you even doing here? Go on, get out! Scat! Shoo! Shouldn't be here watching this. Whatever. I don't care. Do what you want. No one's stopping you.
And I don't know what anybody wants to see me do while I give a bit of an update. Yeah, right now I got Nick Rekieta doing a 24-hour live stream. He's got Drexel on. They're super entertaining. I'm really happy that Nick Rekieta is like doing as good as he goes. Because, man, that's great. Lawyer bringing law and perspective of the law to the internet, as far as like everything that's going with Me Too movement, everything that's going with Kick Vic, everything that's going on with like even online harassment. Like, these guys are pretty great. What I thought I'd put out a little bit is let's go with my story of how I got into Comicsgate and what I think about it. So effectively, all that I view Comicsgate as is being indie publishers with a loose set of standards, like a very loose set of standards, actually. Because it's an ideal, right? It's a hashtag. It's to say, I am Comicsgate. I am a person that believes that, comics are a medium that should be entertaining. And who determines what's entertaining or not? Well, that's the people that are buying it. Therefore, anybody that's coming into Comicsgate, anybody that's within the movement, you can't ever look at anything as like, well, Comicsgate is anti-women. Well, I guess by default, kind of maybe. Comicsgate is anti-diversity. Sure, why not? Because at the core of it all, Comicsgate is merit-based. There's absolutely nothing that will ensure a success. There's nothing that will really lead to a failure. This isn't a corporation, a corporate mindset. There's not any ideals that are being set by a corporate team that says, like, we need to include X amount of X and Y amount of Y. It's like, hey, do you have something that you want to make? Are you willing to make it? Do you think it will sell? Because those are the three parts, right? You've got to make the product. You've got to then sell the product. Weird concepts. Because you're going to have to do things like promote yourself. You're going to have to do things like give yourself as big of an audience as you can get. And how do you achieve that? Well, first step is to not insult the audience. And that seems like such an obvious concept. And then you watch people that actively fight against that. You've got Kwanzaa that is trying to promote white right now. And Jamar Igle is actually a decent artist. I can't knock it. But Kwanzaa's running into a problem that I've seen before. It's like, well, enough people bought his first book, Black. And what I've always said about comics, there's nothing but tangents here. Okay. Let's finish one thought. Comicsgate is merit-based. Comicsgate is based off of, can you make a product that will sell? All right, cool. You can get promotion through the other people that are in Comicsgate if they want to promote your product. And if your product is worthy to actually sell, and that's not determined by any other person in Comicsgate, that's determined by the consumers, then you're going to be a success. If you're a success, feel free to do another one, okay? So we look at Another issue that comes up every now and then, is there a level of importance that's put onto either the artists or the writers? It's like, who's more important? And in comics, it's I always admire it because it's a very dynamic sort of relationship. The writer and the artist are both very important, but at different stages. So, do you want to sell something and it's your first project? Get a good artist. Why? Because a good artist will sell stuff off the stand. He'll sell stuff, or she will sell stuff off of the Indiegogo or whatever campaign that you're running, right? Because you're going to put out a campaign, you're going to put out an Indiegogo, and it's going to be some art. It's going to be a general overview of the story. You're not going to be able to put out the entire story because you'll be ruining the book for everybody else that wants to read it later. Okay, so for your first book, your art, super important. For your second book, well, now you've got a different dichotomy. You're trying to get those return customers. And so what I have always said is that a good artist will sell off of the newsstand. They'll sell off of the images on the website, right? Because people can look at it and be like, oh, that's cool art. I think I'd like to see this, see where the story goes. Okay, you want to sell that second issue, you need a good writer. The reason being, it's like, well, if I want to sell some things by word of mouth, if I want people to spread the word about this book and get this book out to a larger audience, well, it's really difficult to describe. It's like, oh, there was this really cool action sequence. There was this really cool scene. Unless that was the entirety of the book, then that doesn't really translate well to speaking to people, to actually spreading word, literally spreading word of a project. So yeah, you'll have a situation where the artist is important up front, which is a lot of times why people will hire a cover artist, which I disavow, hate it, absolutely hate it. Have your interior artist be your cover artist, because they're selling the book. They're getting the new readers. You want to get more readers from those old readers. You want to get people spreading the word about your stuff. You need good writing because people can talk about the story, because people can relate the story to other people. And it's like, oh, it's this cool story where this, and this happens. Oh, and it's got great art too. So you get the new readers with the artists, you keep the old readers with the story, and you get that word of mouth with the story. So, yeah. That's about all that I really wanted to put out there. I'm going to be putting out something at this point. I was trying to find a writer to work with because I'm still learning a lot of the ropes. I've been a traditional artist for a very long time, and I'm learning the digital end of things, which is how I want to turn things into, because you could definitely work better in the digital realm. But if you want to, as an artist, completely portray a scene that you want to see, then you need to be able to handle the digital realm of things, especially if you're going to, put down lines and then digitally color it if you want a scene to feel cool or warm or portray a particular emotion. So, yeah. This is a bit of a rambly video. I'm testing out some new equipment. I got a GoPro. I'm strapped it to my head. I was like, well, what can I do with this? So, well, I'm making some food, and I've made some crab rangoon in a pouch form. I definitely prefer the pouch form because this is going to be as what I found, the largest volume of interior filling that you can put into it, which is a little bit more than a teaspoon. And thought this was the way to go with that. So there will be more, let's call these cooking with Zach videos, because I'm not gonna worry about ever doxing myself. I'm gonna dox myself right out the gate. My name is Zach West. I'm an artist. I've been a student for a number of years and a pornographic hentai artist for many more number of years. I am growing in my knowledge of the digital format, and my knowledge of the analog format is pretty decent. It's just a matter of the tools that you have. Literally, you cannot run out of ink with a tablet. You cannot run out of colors with a computer program. It doesn't work. So I look at that as being the future of things. I'm trying to work towards that. Hopefully, hey, you'll stick with me and we'll be able to do more of these videos because, you know, I'm a good cook. I like to do more things. Ooh, yeah, this just finished. Let's see. If you don't have an air fryer and you want to justify getting an air fryer, then you get to pull off things like this. So this is the crab rangoon that I just made. A little bit of oil goes onto this, brushed on, and then you get just crab rangoon. I've done a set of 15 of these, and they look absolutely delicious. A little bit of crispy on them, and I'm going to enjoy the heck out of these. If you're kind of curious about the recipe, it is a cream cheese and crab rangoon fed in a 2-to-1 ratio, cream cheese to crab rangoon. I give it a shot of no, I can actually just show it to you. I give it a shot of rice vinegar. This is a vinegar made from rice wine. There's a number of ways that you can go with that. And a shot of kikkoman. Because soy sauce is going to give you your tart salt. The rice wine is going to give it a sweet tart. And then your cream cheese is going to give it a sweetness, and so is your crab. And so it balances out pretty good if you only use your rice wine and your vinegar and your soy sauce very sparingly. Then it comes out really nice. Hopefully I'll be learning a lot more about this format, and I can show you more stuff later. So expect to see more of me. And what should my outro be? We need to work on this. How about knowledge is power, and the power is yours. All right. See everybody later. Thank you. Bye.